You think you have time. You think the clock is generous. It isn't. Time doesn't pause for your excuses, your distractions, or your comfort. One day, you wake up older than you feel. Your friends are fewer. Your body betrays you. Your energy is gone. And you realize you've wasted most of your life chasing illusions you didn't even want. At 90, he finally spoke. A man who has lived and lost, who has loved and suffered, who has seen the pitiful pride and pointless pain of most human lives. He revealed the 7 things people regret too late. You need to hear them. The first regret, they didn't spend enough time alone with themselves. You fill your life with noise, social media, friends you don't like, work you hate, people you can't stand. You are terrified of silence, terrified of the emptiness that shows who you really are. And so you never know yourself. You never understand what drives you, what haunts you, what truly matters. Most people fail at this because they confuse comfort for life. Comfort is the enemy of clarity. You must face yourself. The part you hide even from your reflection. The part that whispers when the world is quiet. That is where your truth lives. Ignore it and you will wake up at 89, wondering how you let strangers shape your identity. The second regret, they gave too much of themselves to others. You think giving is noble. You think sacrifice proves love. But you have been wrong. You gave your time, your energy, your attention to people who didn't deserve it. You tolerated lies, tolerated disrespect, tolerated betrayal. And in the process, you lost yourself. Most people fail here because they fear rejection. They fear conflict. They fear being alone. And so they dilute their soul in others' expectations. You must learn to say no. Not politely, not vaguely. No, firmly. To everyone who doesn't honor your life, your time, your existence. Because at the end, the people who really matter don't need your sacrifice, they need your presence. The third regret, they didn't pursue something that mattered. Not something that impressed others, not something that paid bills, not something that made them look good. Something that made them feel alive, something that kept their eyes open in the dark. You spent decades on small goals, on obligations, on things that didn't feed your soul. You mistook activity for purpose. Most people fail because they confuse safety for life. They choose security over significance. And they die with a hollow ache they thought they could fill with comfort. You must risk. You must feel the fear and do it anyway. Even if it scares everyone around you. Even if it terrifies you. The things worth living for are never easy. The fourth regret, they didn't take care of their bodies until it was too late. You are fragile. You are mortal. And you have been lying to yourself. You skipped workouts. You ate without thought. You treated sleep like a nuisance. You abused your body like it would forgive you. And now it doesn't. Most people fail because vanity is louder than health. They chase appearances instead of longevity. They value the mirror more than the machine that keeps them alive. You must respect your body even when it resists. Even when it complains. Even when it's inconvenient. Your body is the vessel of your life. Ignore it and you are throwing away the only instrument you have to experience existence. The fifth regret, they ignored the truth about money. You think money is just numbers, just a tool. But it is a reflection of discipline, foresight, and respect for reality. You squandered it. You spent on whims. You postponed planning. You believed luck would rescue you. Most people fail here because they are emotionally dishonest. They tell themselves, "I'll figure it out later," while the clock of compounding ticks relentlessly. You must take control. You must understand money as a language of survival, freedom, and choice. No lectures, no shame, no fantasy. Just facts. Manage it, or it will manage you, painfully and publicly. The sixth regret, they tolerated toxic relationships. Not just romantic ones. Friends, colleagues, family, anyone who drains, manipulates, or diminishes you. You believed love required suffering. You believed loyalty meant endurance. You believed leaving meant guilt. You were wrong. Most people fail because fear masks itself as duty. They stay because leaving seems cruel, even when staying is self-destruction. You must cut ties. You must step back. You must hold your ground. Every toxic connection you allow is another nail in the coffin of your future self. The seventh regret: they never confronted the truth about themselves. You avoided it. You buried it. You created a mask of civility, competence, charm. But underneath, there is a self you refuse to see. You denied your failures, your fears, your selfishness, your mediocrity. You told yourself, "I am fine, I am enough." And yet, at the end, you will realize that the truth was waiting for you all along. Most people fail because honesty is uncomfortable. And comfort is an addiction. You must face the dark corners of your mind. You must wrestle with the shadow inside. You must see the choices you made, not as they appear, but as they really were. Only then can you escape regret. These 7 truths are brutal, but they are merciful. They are merciful because if you understand them now, you can still act. You can still change the course of the last chapters of your life. But most of you won't. Most of you will continue scrolling. Continuing pretending that tomorrow is infinite, that you have room for mistakes, that regret is someone else's problem. It isn't. Time doesn't care about excuses. People don't care about your pain. And death doesn't negotiate. Look around you. Count the empty chairs. Count the faces you've neglected. Count the moments you've surrendered to trivialities. Count the dreams you abandoned because they require discomfort. You are running out of space. You are running out of moments. And you will not get them back. You must be honest with yourself. Brutally honest. No excuses. No illusions. No stories. Because one day you will be 90. And when you are, you will not care about wealth, fame, or power. You will care about time, truth, and presence. You will care about what you gave, not what you got. You will care about whether you lived, not merely survived. And if you have ignored these truths, you will be alone with your regrets. They will be sharp, persistent, relentless. They will not forgive. So hear this. Not as inspiration, not as motivation. Hear it as reality. You have a choice. Not the world. Not the universe. Not your parents, your friends, your boss. You. You alone must decide to see. To act. To own the time you have left. Because when the clock finally stops, it will be too late for excuses. It will be too late for regrets. And you will wish someone had told you when you were still willing to listen. Now, ask yourself, are you willing to face the truth? Or will you pretend, as always, that life is endless? The man who lived 90 years tells you this: you cannot outrun yourself. You cannot hide from your choices. You cannot cheat time. And the only thing you will take with you when you leave is the life you actually lived. The rest is dust.